There are some very famous software security architectures out there, and protection rings are one of those very well-known software security architectures. So what are protection rings? As I told you, it's a software architecture, in this case especially for operating systems, used to ensure security. And protection rings are based on a layered architecture idea. So we have multiple layers of code or application processes in the manner of layers, and you can also look at it as a set of rings. So that's why it's called protection rings. So the innermost layer of the rings is called level 0 in the protection rings hierarchy, and it contains something called kernel. And kernel in this case means the core element or component of your operating system. So for your operating system to be running without the kernel, it's almost impossible for the operating system to be doing anything. So whatever is essential for the operating system is located in the innermost layer of the rings. And it makes sense because that's probably what you want to protect the most when it comes to security. And whatever is also the core of your security in the operating system, called security kernel, is also located at the level 0 of the ring architecture. And this part of your operating system is memory resident, meaning the code is always stored in the memory rather than in the secondary memory, that is your hard drive. So if something's stored in your secondary memory, it takes much more time to bring it back to the memory, and the memory is where the instructions for your CPU to be executing to do anything on your computer. If you store something in the secondary memory and then try to use that directly to execute on your CPU, it takes too long and your computer will just freeze. Level 1 of the protection rings has much less important code or processes than level 0, which is why it's outside level 0. This type of code is loaded as needed when operating system needs to use the code. And whatever is part of this level 1 is something other than the kernel, which is the core of the operating system. Like I said, that part of the operating system is only loaded whenever it is necessary. Level 2 is even less important part of your operating system, and it contains things such as system utilities, input-output drivers, and protocols that allows you to communicate in a network setting. Finally, level 3 is called user mode because it's something on top of pretty much the operating system. That's where the applications you install as a user are residing in terms of the architecture.